Design flaws are statistically the least likely cause of any ride accident. This is true for rides of all different manufacturers, with one exception. The now bankrupt Spanish company Safeco provided rides from 1968 all the way through 2020. But these were not ordinary rides. While their counterparts would focus on general improvements over their years in operation, Safeco would focus on making rides cheap and thrilling. This has led to a number of design flaws that now see the remaining Safeco rides having alarming numbers of accidents, with some of them being fatal. Today we'll be diving into this and more. Safeco has produced a suite of different rides over the years with varying levels of issues. However, a few of their rides have stood out for being especially poorly designed and causing injuries. The first of these is the Tagata, a ride that is effectively banned in the US due to not complying with ASTM standards for ride design. The Tagata is a round tub that rotates and features a compressed air cylinder that produces a jump-like motion. Riders are seated around the tub on bench seats with no restraints other than a grab bar located behind them. This causes riders to be thrown around, onto each other, and out of their seats. On the Safeco version, the bounce is manually controlled by the operator, who can trigger the sudden drop and rebound of the ride unit. The abrupt motion caused by the release and refilling of the air in the cylinder creates a dramatic bounce. This has been known to eject riders from the attraction on occasion, resulting in many injuries and a few fatalities. This design also means that there can be dramatic swings from negative to positive forces. With riders having no restraint, this can result in their hips being thrown into the ride with such force that it's not uncommon for riders to break bones while riding. The Tagata, like most Safeco rides, is not exclusive to Safeco and exists with other manufacturers. However, the Safeco version is one of the most popular, and its particular design makes it more unsafe than many others. The Safeco Jump, also known as a Crazy Frog, currently stands as one of the most unsafe rides ever created, and it will get its own video diving deep into all of its design problems that have caused it to gain this reputation in the future. Like most of Safeco's rides, there are several other examples of rides like this around the world from other manufacturers, such as the Fabry Smashing Jump, the Technical Park Wild Spark, and the Zamperla Twist and Bounce. Yet only the Crazy Frog from Safeco is known for frequent injuries and accidents. This comes down to the design of the ride. Like the Tagata, the Crazy Frog uses a pneumatic cylinder system with a foot pedal that lets air out of the cylinders. The intent with this design is that the operator can control the bounce of riders by timing the release of air and cause the ride to bounce. In reality, this design can allow for an operator to release enough air pressure that the arm comes crashing to the ground with very little air to cushion its fall. Tests have shown that this can exert close to 9 Gs of downwards force on riders suddenly. This is more than the ASTM and European design standards maximum of 6 Gs. This has been known to cause serious spinal injuries to riders. Though this does not occur on every ride cycle, as it requires the operator to make a mistake. The ride's control system also does not help with this, as in the event it detects that the ride needs to be shut down, or if the control system experiences some kind of catastrophic failure, the ride's bounce cylinders will quickly depressurize, causing the arms to crash to the ground violently, resulting in high G-forces once again. The Crazy Frog was available in a few different variations over the years. Most of these just changed the number of arms or how the ride was transported, but versions of the ride made before the mid-2000s featured only a single position lap bar. This is by far the most common version of the ride still out there today. This lap bar allowed for lots of room between the rider and the restraint. When combined with the ride's strong transitions from negative to positive vertical G-forces, riders can be thrown out of their seat and then smash back into their seat. This has resulted in broken bones and spine injuries. All versions of the ride seat between 1 and 3 riders, but newer versions feature over-the-shoulder restraints that slightly negate this issue. All of these factors are combined with a poor mechanical design. The arms of the ride, which as we noted can experience up to 9 Gs, are extremely hard to inspect and are at least of a questionable design, with welds located near the highest stress portion of the arm. This serves as a weak point and has resulted in this arm breaking off entirely while the ride is in motion on several occasions. This has caused fatalities, with some as recent as 2024. This design is made even worse by having the cabling that runs to the rider's seats routed over the area of the arms prone to cracking. This makes inspecting the ride for developing cracks more difficult. Safeco, for their part, never issued any service bulletins or warnings about these flaws. Instead, government organizations in several countries have issued warnings, but these rides continue to operate in many areas unmodified. In the UK, there was a government project completed in 2013 looking into the ride's design and safety. This report outlined several modifications that owners should take to make their rides safe. Many UK owners have completed these, but some have not, and most outside the country have not been modified. Safeco also never provided any guidance on non-destructive testing for cracks on these rides. This has resulted in an increasing number of accidents on these rides as they age, ranging from rider ejections, entire sweep arms breaking off, riders having their bones broken, and more. In 2024 alone, there were 4 major accidents on these rides. These included 2 rider ejections, a situation where a sweep arm detached, killing a rider, and another where a rider vehicle detached entirely and 3 riders were seriously injured. A few other Safeco rides have also had accidents, such as the hanging jump, which is similar to the Crazy Frog but features seats under the sweep arms. There have been a few cases of this ride ejecting riders, such as in Australia in 2014 where a small rider was thrown from the ride and killed. The rider was 3 centimeters shorter than the Safeco height requirement, which was said to contribute to the accident. The ride was then banned in the country due to several serious design flaws. The ride was sold to the UK, where in 2019 another accident occurred where an adult was flung out of their restraints and suffered serious injuries. Safeco has gone bankrupt in the wake of the pandemic, however many of their rides continue to operate, mostly in Europe. The Safeco Crazy Frog and Tagata rides should generally be avoided due to the risks that they present to riders and the countless accidents that have already occurred. Stay tuned to the channel for a future video diving deep into the flaws found on the Crazy Frog that have made it so accident prone. As always, thanks for watching and we'll see you next time.